this video because I just read a post on Facebook. Um, it was kind of disturbing to me. Maybe it shouldn't have been because I understand the reality of it. I understand the truth of it. But there's something that I just want to say about it. So you all know I'm very vocal um, when it comes to depression, anxiety, suicide awareness, mental health awareness, all of that. Very vocal. Very, very vocal. So the post that I saw this morning basically said black children drown in depression and cannot talk to their families about it. Underneath it, it said, and then they drink and get high beyond their limits. And then underneath it, it said, I'd rather talk to myself because all my family is going to do is judge me and tell my business. Here's my thing, people are going to judge you anyway. Anyway, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of whether or not it's right or wrong, or if they agree with it or disagree with it, or whatever, they're going to judge you. That's life. That is reality. People judge you for the smallest of things. Doesn't matter what it is. They don't care. So, why would you rather suffer and self medicate and be in pain than to get help? Because your family is going to judge you? So, they're talking about you anyway, baby. They're talking about who you're dating. They're talking about what you're doing with your time. They're talking about your friends. They're talking about your kids, the way you raise them. They're talking about all the choices that you make that they see day in and day out. They're talking about you anyway. Anyway, why not get help? Why not be healthy? Why not be the best that you can be? Why not? Why not? It's because we as black people don't think that counseling and medication is something that we need. And we probably need it more than anybody else. That's real. Like, we want to be so, I don't know, we're so scared to say, hey, you know what? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. That we fake it until we make it. We pray. But let me tell you something. If God didn't want you to seek help, He would not have equipped people to be able to help you with your mental issues. He would not have equipped people or made it possible for people to be non biased to listen to you talk about the things that are bothering you. He would not have given people the intelligence to come up with medication that can manage moods or stabilize moods or regulate serotonin levels or dopamine levels or whatever other kind of levels. He wouldn't have done it. We seek help for any other kind of illness that we have in our bodies, but we don't seek help for our mental stuff. And let me just be real transparent, because I am always anyway. This today, I want to be sleep. I can't. I can't. I'm tired. I haven't been sleep. anxious. I'm out of my anxiety meds. I'm out of my antidepressants. I still have my mood stabilizers. Um, and I'm spiraling. You can't tell it by looking at me, but I feel it. I feel it. I did make an appointment finally after not being able to find any place to go get my meds, um, and calling all over. Nobody was taking new patients. I finally found a place where I can go get back in counseling and get med management. And I have an appointment on October the 11th. But my point is, I know people talk about me. I know my family talks about me. I don't care because I have to do what I have to do to be healthy for me. That's just bottom line. Point blank period. Regardless of what people have always talked about me. For one thing or another, my attitude or me having a girlfriend or me just having an attitude where I just don't care what people think about me because I'm going to be who I am regardless. And the people who are meant to love me are going to love me. And those who are not meant to love me and those who are intent on misunderstanding me will always do so. And I don't care. I cannot spend my time trying to please everybody else. I can't. I can't and I won't. I won't. I've never been a people pleaser. I'm not going to start now. Um, like I get it. For a long time, I would not say to anybody, "Hey, you know what? I'm not okay." I'm not. I would just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going like everything was okay, and I'd smile and I'd laugh, and then I'd hit a wall, and I would spiral completely the hell out of control. And most people didn't even know that that's what was happening because people don't pay attention like that. So let me say to you, if you are one of those black children who feels like they can't talk to their families, find somebody that you can talk to. Don't be afraid to seek help for your mental illness, for suffering with or battling depression. Like, you never hear me say I suffer with depression. I don't suffer unless I choose to. Um, and I've gotten to a point where I can say, hey, you know what? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I don't feel like myself. I feel whatever it is that I'm feeling. I've gotten to a place where I can have that conversation. And I'm the type of person who doesn't like to bother other people with my stuff. So that's major for me. Because normally I wouldn't say, hey, you know what? Not all right here. Like, I'll write it, but I wouldn't say it out loud. And I'm at the point where I can now. Might not want to, but there are certain relationships that I have that I value too much to like have them in the dark about what's going on with me. It's not fair to them, um, to be caught off guard when shit hits the fan. It's just not. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. But like, if you're not okay, please go get help. Please go talk to somebody. Like, even if you need to shoot me an inbox message and vent or whatever it is, feel free to do that. Don't keep that stuff bottled up. Like, that's not, it's not healthy. It's not okay. Just not. But I said all that to say, just like it's okay to get help for having high blood pressure or meds for high blood pressure or diabetes or cancer or whatever else, it's okay to get medication for what's going on in your head, for what's going on in your mind. And it does not mean you don't believe in God, and it does not mean that you haven't prayed, and it does not mean that you're doing anything wrong. It means that you're human. It means that there's a chemical imbalance that needs to be regulated and balanced back out so that you can be okay. That's what that means. The sooner we get an understanding of that and stop trying to make it spiritual when it's not spiritual, it's physical and it's mental. And those are the two things that we need to deal with.